Hey everybody, it's Justin.
An overly excited Andrea. Sorry about that. That was my fake start.
Yes. Okay. We are here to introduce what, Andrea?
The new request off process. It's been much anticipated, much gossiped, much worried about.
Correct.
And we're putting all those worries to bed, and we are telling you what the real process is.
Right, and I think you guys are really going to like it. It's going to add a lot of stability to your lives and our restaurant and the schedule. It's going to make things better, we promise. So we are sending this to you via email, but we're going to hit the big points here in video because you guys like videos. And I haven't been on a video in a while.
Yay, video.
Okay. So, Andrea.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to use the books anymore. What are we going to use?
We are not going to use the books. These books are gone.
Gone. As of when?
We are going to have you email us all of the things for May. So anything that you already have in there for May, we're going to be grandfathered in. So even, I think you already know that it's going to be 2. So we'll go into that more. So even if there's more than that for May, get them to me, email them to me, and they will be processed. Now,
May starts next week. So if they already have something in the book,
it's going to be granted for May.
So are we going to look in the book, or they still need to email that to you?
I still want them to email me so we are sure we have it covered. Because one of the reasons we're doing this is that there are still misses. And what we want to do is make sure we avoid any misses. A miss can be, we were told you needed a day off and you didn't get it. A miss could be, you needed a day off and you forgot to tell us. Or a miss could be, you just didn't have enough time to find somebody to cover your schedule. So we're going to try to avoid those misses with this new process. And so I do still need you to email me your May, but all of them for May. Now starting June 1st, you're going to have to start picking what is your priority.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. But so if they have something in, so May, they need to email. What if they have something in the book for June or July? We're just forgetting that exists. We're forgetting the book exists.
Right. I still want them to email me, but you're going to have to limit those to the 2 requests off per month.
1 second.
Yep.
But so if someone is already scheduled off for every UT home game, you would need to
Go Rockets!
You would need to resubmit those to Andrea. The books are going bye-bye. Okay? Okay. So the first thing that's happening, we're going to send out an email with these new guidelines. The first thing you guys are going to do is email Andrea your current availability.
That inside the email is going to be referred to as your agreed upon availability. You're going to send me what your current availability is. I want to make sure that that's correct in the system, so you're not getting scheduled on days off that you think that you've already told us, hey, I can't work Saturday mornings. So we want to make sure that is in the system correct. So if you can just very easily type Mondays available here, unavailable here. Tuesday available here, unavailable here. Just do Monday through Saturday, your availability, and I will get it in the system correct for you.
Awesome. Now what if, here's what we would like anytime you change your availability. Say you play a summer sport like baseball. If you already know your baseball schedule, like game schedule or something, or if you play tennis or whatever, and you know, hey, we're out of town traveling these weekends, is that going to be a special request, Andrea, or is that part of their availability?
That's going to be your agreed upon availability. So when you come for a review that you'll read about in the email of your agreed upon availability, bring with it your band schedule, your tennis schedule, your practice schedule. We'll agree to that. We want you guys to be involved with the community as much as we are here at Chick-fil-A too. So we want to make sure you're involved, but that will be your agreed upon availability. These requests off are something special. Hopefully they would rarely need to be used, because the benefit of getting this request process done is that you, our team members, are going to get your schedule out 2 weeks.
Yes.
Two weeks early.
The 3rd week of May, you'll begin getting your schedule 2 weeks early, which is going to be awesome. So the reason we do that is because a lot of the requesting off happens for, hey, I have a game this weekend, or hey, it's prom, or whatever. These are things you knew about in advance. We can agree to that in advance so the person doesn't have to go in every single time somebody has a game and put in a request, which is why it takes us so long to get the schedule out. Okay, so they're going to email you.
Email me
their when they're available.
Availability. We will then agree upon it.
Yep.
So you might get an email back that says that's not what we have in the system, and we'll work it out. Like we're going to figure it out. So that'll be your agreed upon availability. And then you'll also email me any time off you've requested in May, and then any time off you know you're going to need a limit of 2.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Okay, so if they want to change their availability, hey, summer's starting or school's starting or a different sport is starting, what do they do?
You're still going to need to email me. That's one of the things that's going to be called a request to HR, which is, in parentheses, Andrea. You're going to email me at AndreaCFA, for Chick-fil-A, airport at gmail.com, and then we will go over a new agreed upon availability. The great thing is these students that are available after school are probably going to have some availability during the day. Now, when the summer ends, you're going to need to request a review for availability again. You and I will sit down together. We will get your schedule out, and we will have that agreed upon availability.
Perfect. Awesome. And then outside of that, if you need to request, hey, it's something happened with my grandfather, or I want this certain Wednesday off, we are going to, for now, limit that to how many requests off a month?
2 per month.
2 per month. We think that's fair. We think by doing all your games, extracurriculars, etc., and your availability, that's going to significantly limit that. If you, for some reason, will want this, get something out of the way. What about family vacations or church retreats or that type of thing?
You're going to get them. Don't worry about it. It's referred to in the email as vacation and extended times off. So those extended times off doesn't mean you go on vacation. You could be on a missions trip. You could be on training. You can extended times out of the store, which are usually going to be a week. We're going to limit it to 2, and we are obviously going to work with you guys too. If it needs to be longer than that, always know the open door to come to HR, talk about why you need it off, where you're going, what's happening, and we want to work with you guys. So those are going to be approved. What happens is when you take a week off in the month, so that calendar month, you don't get any other requests off during that month. You're only going to be back here for 3 weeks. So to work your expected availability, I believe is fair and not too much to ask. We've given you the week off. The other 3 weeks, we want you to work what you were scheduled.
Yep, good. I think 2 days is fair. Another reason is it's very difficult to get the schedule out in a timely manner when all the employees are requesting 4 or 5 days off a week. It just takes a significant amount of time. The other thing is sometimes you just have to prioritize work. We gave you a job. You agreed to work here. We don't want to be the last priority. We don't have to be first priority, which is why I work with your availability, and we give you a couple days off.
Like my homecoming, I didn't get to go to the game because I wanted to go to the dance, and I worked at a pizza shop in a town of like 200 people.
So you worked instead of going to the...
I had to work.
You didn't go to the game because you want to go to the dance.
Yep. I had to pick one or the other, so...
All right.
Do you want to
It's
see me
just...
dance? No.
That's kind of what it means to be an adult, I guess. Okay. Yes. Any other major? I think that covered all the major things.
I want to help them through the calendar. It's going to say you need to count 3 weeks up. So, like, if you want this 12th off, you're going to have 1, 2, 3.
You're going down.
Yeah.
This is backwards.
So I want the 26th off. I'll count 3 up. 1, 2, 3. And then go to the Monday. You're going to have it in. So just count the day that you need off. 1, 2, 3. And go to the Monday of that week. All your requests need to be in by the Monday 3 weeks before. And then you will know for sure if it was granted. Justin says it's best. A request is just that. It's a request. We are going to try to make it work. We're going to look at who's available in the store, how it affects the store as well, who else has requested off that day. But then that way, when you get it to us the Monday, 3 weeks before, we will have it back to you for sure, whether it's granted or not, on the Friday 3 weeks before.
Right. And the reason it's that Monday is so we can have time to review it, say, yes, you're getting that off, and then so that's by Friday. And then that next following week, we're making the schedule that whole week for 2 weeks in advance. So this is all to help us get the schedule out 2 weeks in advance. Now, the great thing is when you get your schedule 2 weeks in advance and there is a conflict, you're going to have plenty of time to find someone to work for you.
Yes.
Getting your schedule Saturday night is the most complained about thing on the employee surveys we send out. So you're going to have plenty of time to find someone to work for you.
Yes, you will. Yeah. So we'll have a list of people that can do it. Also, when you find somebody to work for you, make sure you get permission from the shift leader of that shift. Don't send in Bob because Frank can't be here and just Bob shows up. Bob may be just as equally a great worker, but we don't want to surprise Susie, the team leader. Make sure you find out who your leader is that day and say, hey, I can't come in. I got Bob to say he'll work for me. Susie, is that okay? Susie's going to say, yeah, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Frank, for taking care of yourselves. Yay.
Awesome. Cool. I think that's it. So the immediate things, we're sending out this email. You need to email Andrea, which you'll be getting the email from her email that you need to email.
There you go.
You need to email her. Actually, you'll be getting it from the store, but her email will be in there. Anyway, you need to email her your current availability and any requests off for
May. Yep.
Right? Okay. And then so next week on, then the first week of May, we're starting this process. So you need to get your request in 3 weeks in advance, the Monday 3 weeks in advance, for May on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you need a day off, the Monday 3 weeks in advance, we will email you back letting you know that it's been approved. And then we're going to get the schedule out. By the end of May, we're going to have the schedule 2 weeks in advance, which is going to be awesome. Anyway, cool. Thank you guys very much. Please ask me, Andrea, any leader, if this concerns you. If you hate it, you can tell me you hate it. Yeah, be honest. But I think it's going to be really good for you and us, and you're going to love getting your schedule early, which is the driving force behind a lot of this. Awesome. Thank you guys. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.